So it was only earlier this month, at the start of 2017, where I mentioned in a channel update how reliable this 2010 Lincoln MKT Ecoboost has been at a little under 100,000 miles.
Just simple wear and tear, tires, brakes.
We're still at under 100,000 miles, and it looks like our reliability has gone away. And the reason for that is the turbo. One of the turbos has gone bad in some way. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough time to research it properly to explain it in this video. However, if you look down in the description, you'll see a few of the links that me and my dad have used in terms of researching this. But what happened was, it was a Sunday drive on the highway doing about 63 miles per hour when I tap on the gas and I get basically no power. So I turn on my hazards and I take an exit and pull into an empty parking lot in case the car needed to be towed. It's worth noting that while I couldn't gain any speed at around 60 miles per hour, in fact I was losing speed because it was a little uphill, when I was at roughly 20 or so by some traffic lights, I was able to get moving. And when I noticed the lack of power, it was as if there was this high-pitched whirling sound whenever I'd tap on the gas, almost as if like something had become disconnected. So then we tried it out in the parking lot a little bit, decided to drive on a little more, and then something just seemed to almost snap into place, and the car pretty much worked for the rest of the day. Until a few hours later, when I noticed the whirling sound a little more pronounced as I was going up a steep hill. Hooray Pittsburgh, we have a lot of hills here. When we took the car to a Lincoln dealership, they told us that the problem was lying within the turbocharger and that the turbocharger should be replaced. They told us that, and we were a little bit puzzled because A, this car is under 100,000 miles, and generally turbos don't go bad at around 100,000 miles, or under 100,000 miles I should say. That was an older car issue. This is a 2010. And also this engine has been used in multiple other vehicles, and it's been able to go up to pretty high mileage. And this includes like the Ford F-150, where a variation of this engine has appeared in that car as well. So we were quite puzzled at it, and we've been doing some more research, and we've noticed a few other interesting things. Like, for example, I was driving recently, and I ended up getting above like 3,000 RPM, and I noticed a lot of smoke coming out of the tailpipes. And based on that and some other internet research that we've done, we have a feeling that it could be due to certain seals with the turbocharger. Looks like maybe certain seals have gone bad. So right now the car is not running the way it should be. This is quite disappointing because otherwise, mechanically, this car has been fine. I mean, there have been a few other issues that are more fit and finish, like certain interior seals that weren't good. A few other interior trim pieces that should be better. And while that is disappointing because we expected better fit and finish out of a car of this price range and caliber and stuff, at least the mechanics were running fine because yeah, all the interior bits being nice and everything, that's all nice, but you do want your car to get you from point A to point B. The time when I noticed the loss of power on the highway, that's a time where we would have maybe not gotten to point B, and it actually was a bit of a dangerous scenario because luckily for us, that was a Sunday morning with very little traffic on the road. Let's say this had been rush hour, or where the traffic is a little heavier, in a place where maybe speed limit's also 75 or so, flow of traffic is going faster than that. You don't want to be losing power like that just randomly. That could lead you to getting rear-ended. And you could argue that, yeah, the car's close to 100,000 miles, it's out of warranty. Yeah, but it should have still lasted longer. A turbocharger issue should not have popped up around this time. So you're asking then, you might ask, what action have we taken? Well, we're looking at our options as to getting it repaired and stuff. My father called Lincoln, and Lincoln has said, in typical manufacturer action, or what he was told on the phone was related to like them not getting enough calls about it to have it like fixed for free or something. So instead of the manufacturer taking care of it, it looks like the NHTSA might get involved, because we have filed a complaint with them. So they might take more note into this, and we'll see where it goes from there. My message to Lincoln, well, being a car manufacturer, I'm not surprised that you kind of are trying to push this aside. I mean, so many manufacturers are stingy. Ford and Lincoln, I'm not surprised they've done this. But my message to them, try working with us a little. Because up to this point, I've actually quite liked this car, but maybe Lincoln may not be as good as we thought. So we'll see. Hopefully Lincoln chooses to work with us on this, and if not, then who knows? This car might go away for something different or maybe better. So anyway, that is it. So thank you guys for watching. You might be watching this from my article on Car Throttle. If not, the link for that will be in the description. So go watch the article that goes hand in hand with this video, and we'll see where things go from here. Hopefully it ends up getting sorted out properly so that I can start saying good things about this car and Lincoln again. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.